The delegates of Israel and Egypt arrived for the final peace conference at the Hotel des Roses on the island of Rhodes. And they sat at the table with the UN mediator, Dr. Ralph Bunche. The Egyptians on the left, Israelis on the right. The UN mediator makes his final plea for an end to the Palestine fighting. And Colonel Saif al-Din signs for Egypt. For Israel, the signature of Colonel Yadin. And then Dr. Walter Eiten, head of the Israeli delegation. Dr. Bunche signs for the United Nations, the first agreement ever reached in modern times between the Arabs and the Jews. An outstanding achievement, a great day in history, the dawn of peace in the Holy Land.
For the first chance to go to Palestine, and now that has been issued by the other side.
The various political entities at this table in matters where a matter which will cause any surprise to any member of this council. Over a year ago, the United States gave its support to the principles of the majority plan proposed by the United Nations Special Committee on Palestine. That plan envisaged the creation of both a Jewish state and an Arab state in Palestine. To this end, we hope that the Security Council will be able in the near future to recommend Israel as a state duly qualified for membership. The Security Council, Mr. President, now has before it the application of the Provisional Government of Israel for membership, and as I have said, my government, for its part, favors early approval of this application.
Polling 34% of the civilian votes in Israel's first election, the Mapai Labor Party of Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion is today assured of victory. Foreign Minister Chertok gets a vote of confidence. The Army votes remain to be counted, but they're expected to follow the civilian balloting. Foreign Minister Moshe Sherritt reaches New York for conferences.
I arrived here today after an absence of 10 months. Within these 10 months, the State of Israel was born and has become a vigorous reality. The main problem of our foreign policy, of which I happen to be in charge, is peace with our neighbors, peace between Israel and the Arab world.
The Assembly votes by more than the necessary two-thirds majority to admit Israel. Presiding Officer Evad announces,
and I therefore formally declare Israel admitted to membership in the United Nations.
Walkout by the delegates of the Arab states, but they return later. Foreign Minister Sherritt then speaks for Israel.
It is a great moment for the Jewish people throughout the world. We enter this assembly, which represents the collective statesmanship of the world, in a spirit of humility.
Congratulations, in which American delegate Austin joins, as the Israeli delegates take their places. And among the flags of the United Nations, the flag of Israel is raised.
On the anniversary of the cease-fighting, Israeli celebrates Army Day before President Weizmann and Premier Ben-Gurion, remembering those who fell to Arab fire. Chief of Staff Dory's salute to the heroes is witnessed by the leaders of the new state at the ceremony attended by Murray Silverstone, 20th Century Fox executive. Wounded veterans are honored on the anniversary of their triumph, some being decorated by the chief executive personally. At Tel Aviv, a significant day for Israel's army and these Palestine Arabs who fought with them. Emerging from the bloodbath of World War II, humanity hailed the creation of the United Nations at San Francisco, heard and approved President Truman when he expressed what we all knew were vital truths.
If we had had this charter a few years ago, and above all the will to use it, millions now dead would be alive. If we should falter in the future in our will to use it, millions now living will surely die.
But strife and trouble were still the lot of some. In Palestine, in Greece, India, the East Indies, there were wars, rebellions, agitations, with all the misery that follows. The United Nations had its work cut out, and it did not fail. On Armistice Day, to talk peace need not sound like hollow mockery. In the Holy Land, a nation rises from the ancient sands, a United Nations mediation group having achieved what looks to be a lasting peace between Israel and the Arabs. In that teeming Asian subcontinent, Pakistan and India are at peace, their millions busily engaged in weaving a pattern for their newfound independence. With eagerness, they have seized the responsibility of free statehood. A major triumph for peace was the getting together of the Dutch and Indonesians, a meeting at The Hague in the Netherlands, allowing a United Nations spokesman this proud moment.
Mr. Chairman,